Alright, let's dive into something that's got the film world buzzing. Werner Herzog is set to receive the Donostia Award at this year's San Sebastian Film Festival. Now, if you're like me and you've been following Herzog's career, this feels both expected and yet somehow still surprising. Expected because, let's be honest, the man is a legend. Surprising because Herzog isn't exactly the type to chase awards. He's more about chasing the extremes of human experience. But here we are, and it's a moment worth unpacking. First off, the Donostia Award is no small honor. It's the festival's highest recognition, and past recipients include heavyweights like Jennifer Lawrence and Esther Garcia. But what makes this really interesting is how Herzog fits into that lineage. He's not just a filmmaker, he's a philosopher, a poet, a provocateur. His work doesn't just entertain, it challenges, it confronts, it forces you to question what you think you know about reality. So, when the festival talks about his ecstatic truth, they're not just throwing around a fancy term. They're acknowledging that Herzog's cinema isn't about documenting facts, it's about uncovering a deeper, almost spiritual layer of existence. Personally, I think that's what sets him apart. He's not just making movies, he's mapping the human soul. Now, let's talk about Fastard, the film that's accompanying this award. Starring Rooney Mara, Kate Mara, Orlando Bloom, and Domhnall Gleeson, it's a story about twin sisters with an extraordinary bond. On the surface, it sounds like a character study, but knowing Herzog, there's going to be so much more beneath the surface. What many people don't realize is that Herzog's films often start with a simple premise but quickly spiral into something existential. Whether it's Aguirre, The Wrath of God, or Fitzcarraldo, his characters are always grappling with forces beyond their control. So, when these twins start speaking in unison and sharing dreams, I'm willing to bet it's not just a quirky plot point, it's a metaphor for something much bigger. Maybe it's about identity, or connection, or the blurred lines between self and other. If you take a step back and think about it, that's classic Herzog territory. What's also fascinating is how Herzog's career defies categorization. He's made around 80 films, spanning fiction and nonfiction, but he's also written poetry, novels, and even staged operas. He's acted in everything from Jack Reacher to The Mandalorian. One thing that immediately stands out is his insatiable curiosity. He's not content to stay in one lane, he's always exploring, always pushing boundaries. In my opinion, that's what makes him such a compelling figure. He's not just a filmmaker, he's an artist in the truest sense, someone who sees no limits to what art can be. But here's a detail I find fascinating. Herzog's work often revolves around extreme situations. Whether it's dragging a ship over a mountain in Fitzcarraldo, or exploring ancient caves in Cave of Forgotten Dreams, he's drawn to the places where humanity meets its limits. This raises a deeper question. Why are we so fascinated by extremes? Is it because they mirror our own inner struggles? Or is it because they remind us of how small we are in the grand scheme of things? Personally, I think it's both. Herzog's films don't just show us the extremes, they make us feel them. As we wrap this up, I'm left thinking about what this award really means. Yes, it's a celebration of Herzog's incredible body of work, but it's also a reminder of why we need artists like him. In a world that often feels shallow and predictable, Herzog dares to go deeper, to ask the hard questions, to challenge our assumptions. What this really suggests is that cinema can be more than just entertainment. It can be a tool for exploration, for connection, for understanding. So, congratulations to Werner Herzog on the Donostia Award. But more than that, thank you for reminding us what art can be. And to all of you watching, I'll leave you with this. What's the extreme you're willing to explore in your own life? Because, as Herzog would probably tell you, that's where the truth lies.